Yeah, hi. Welcome to another session. So today I am going to explain about Docker. So this is all about the basic level Docker concepts. So for this, I have made on separate notes. So my own notes. So initially in this Linux, so whether I will check whether Docker already installed or not. So initially there is no Docker package or installed in this environment. For this, I will install Docker directly by using m package. So m sudo yum install docker -y. So my docker is or docker related all packages and like binary whatever required. So that is downloading right now, and downloading process was completed. So I will check the package whether it is installed or not by typing docker version version. So it will shows the version of the docker also. Yeah, you can see here docker version 20.10.23 it is installed. So if it is installed means the docker is working. No, we have to start the docker. How to start the docker? By using sudo service docker start. Okay, it will start the docker. Okay, how to check whether the docker is started or not? By sudo service docker status. Okay, yeah, it is showing is active. It means the process was running inside out inside like in the backend. Okay, then so initially docker. What is docker? The main topic is what is docker. Okay, so basically a docker, there is an applications is working fine on developer console but not in testing or in productions. In development there can be a software which is updated, but in testing and production an older version is being used. So docker is a computer program tool that makes it easier to deploy and run applications using concept known as containerizations. Containerization means what? So we will club all the applications, related applications, we will pack that applications inside the containers. Basically containers will contain all applications require dependencies and binaries. Okay, to create container we require docker. Basically docker is a tool which is used to create and deploy applications inside the containers. Okay, and containers. Imagine as a developer, your application is packed up with all of the parts it needs, such as libraries and other dependency, and it is shipped out as an package. Docker, Docker in other words, is a lightweight virtualization tool and containerization platform where you can run and deploy application and its dependencies, which can be run in Linux environment. So basically, Docker, it works on a guest OS. Guest OS means it does not require its own operating systems. So basically, it works on like a guest operating systems and guest operating systems. It by using guest operating systems, the resource allocations to the applications are very less compared to virtualizations. You know what is difference between virtualization and containerizations? Basically virtualizations are are used to create like virtual machines. So for creating virtual machines we require an hypervisors. Basically an hypervisor is a software which is used to create a virtual machines, and virtual machines are required its own operating systems compared to container docker. Okay, so that concept I will tell you in some other classes. Okay, so docker engine is the layer on which docker runs. Actually the docker where it is runs inside the docker engines. It is a lightweight runtime and tooling that manages containers, images, builds, and more. So whatever process it will create by whatever process like containers, images, builds, and more, it runs natively on Linux system, and it's a made up of a minute. The made up of a Docker daemon that runs inside in the host computer. A Docker client that can communicate with the Docker daemon to execute commands. It means it means if you want to talk to with Docker daemon, we need a Docker client. So basically, Docker client is a CLI commands. Okay, the REST API for interacting with the Docker daemon remotely. Whatever we give an instruction in the Docker clients, that instruction will goes to the in the form of REST API. It will talk with the Docker daemon remotely. Okay, and Docker client is what you the end user Docker communicates with the think of it your Docker. I said that right before. So it is a communications purpose we will use Docker client. Okay, and one more thing, there is a concepts called volumes, networks, everything will come. So for this I will demonstrate with practically. Okay, first I need to check whether the containers are created or not inside this environment. How to check? Just docker ps hyphen a, it will list out the all the container which are running or stopped status. Okay, so there is no docker, there is no container in this. How to like before creating the containers we required a one image that is called docker image. So docker image is nothing but is a template, read only binary template, which is or consist of all application like software. So we can have a like customized image also by. So how to create customized image? By using docker file. Inside docker file we will have a like different layer of instructions. I will tell you in next coming classes how to write that classes. Okay, so basically, so I will download some images right now. How to run docker build hyphen t and image name. If I want to download my like tomcat, and I can give a like a tag also. Just I will check it whether it is okay. Docker build, there is no directly that CLI command is not working. Okay, docker pull docker pull tomcat. I will check whether it will download or yes, it is downloading the tomcat images. Where it is taking the tomcat images? It will taking the images from the docker hub. So basically docker hub is a repository, remote repository, which are used to store our images. Okay, so how to check whether the images is downloaded or not? Just docker images, we can see that my tomcat is installed, the image was downloaded. So like if I want to create container for particular this image, how to create container? Just docker run then image id. Okay, then just copy this one, just copy this one and paste it here. Okay, it will create the container. Okay, it will create the containers. So these are called a logs related containers. Okay, so how to check whether container is created or not? Just docker ps hyphen a, my container id is this and contain image id is this, and so when it is created 24 seconds ago. Okay, by default it will give some random names. Okay, and exited, because we have not given any some inspection, so it exited. Okay, how to start that container? Docker, one minute, docker ps hyphen a, then docker start, then container id. I am starting again this container. Okay, the docker container was started. Okay, so how to enter that, how to go inside to the containers? Just docker exec hyphen it, then container id. Okay, okay, so I need to mention some arguments. Okay, I will mention, wait, no issue in that. Okay, like bin bash to exit, unable to start content process, bin start, no such file or directly unknown. Okay, there is a issue in that, I will check. Okay, after docker exec, then container id, copy this one, paste this here, container id dash dash bin. Okay, man. Okay, thanks, guys. I will explain about these things in next classes.